So America has actually referred to this as a misunderstanding between Syria and Israel. The US Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, has called the situation complicated, but has also confirmed that America is in touch with both Israel as well as Syria. America will be looking to kind of ensure that there's de-escalation, which is why the US Secretary of State is confirming that currently there's a conversation underway with both Syria and Israel. Rubio is highlighting that they hope to see progress in the next few hours, because the concern is that with this kind of a strike, this could be just the beginning by Israel. And that's something Israel has spoken of about as well, saying that they should be ready to suffer more such blows, that Syria should be ready to suffer more such blows. And that's what's got the world concerned right now. But listen in to what the US Secretary of State said.
Working on that issue as we speak. I just got off the phone with the relevant parties. We're very concerned about it. And hopefully we'll have some updates later today for you. But we're very concerned about it. We want it to stop.
Thank you for joining.
I'm sorry. We want the fighting to stop, because we had a ceasefire overnight. It broke down again. So we're talking to both sides, all the relevant sides on this, and hopefully can bring it to a conclusion. But we're very concerned.
Okay, let me bring in Pranay Upadhyay of India Today Global for more details. So on this, Pranay, how's the world seeing what's happened between Israel and Syria and this massive escalation in another conflict essentially that's playing out in West Asia? Look, the question right now will be about how Israel feels emboldened to go ahead with these strikes in different parts, different regions, different countries, all of course their neighbors in different ways. But there are serious questions being asked about how Israel is getting away with these kind of strikes repeatedly.
As Sandeep was also referring, Akshita, Israel currently is having a superiority in air domination in the entire region. Israel has that kind of a capacity, and that's why, the fault lines of this tension has always remained in this region, especially the Golan Heights, the southern part of Syria, which is being struck by Israeli Air Force. And in fact, the Damascus area, which is the capital of Syria, is being struck by the Israeli Air Force. This clearly is a message from Tel Aviv to Syrian regime, to Syrian government, that it is a no-go area for them, especially as far as the Druze community is concerned. This is a community which Israel thinks is their friend of Israel. They are present in Israel as well. They are in the security forces of Israel. In fact, the Shin Bet and the Israeli Defense Forces. So this is a reason why Israel is carrying out these attacks. But you heard Secretary Marco Rubio clearly stating that US is looking at with a concern on this area in this region, because US was the one who actually orchestrated or helped the transition of government in Syria after the departure of Bashar al-Assad regime, and instated the Mohammed al-Shara's regime there. The HTS came to power. So if that get destabilized, the entire scheme of things which US thought that would be there in place to save and to secure the interest of Israel as well. And that's why Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu clearly said after the regime change, Akshita, that Israel will protect the southern borders. Israel will protect every interest until the time they are assured that there will not be any attack. They are going to maintain their domination in the region.
Also, Pranay, at this point, looking at the warnings that are coming in from Israel, is there a concern that this could escalate further? How has Syria really responded? Look, Syria is on its knees right now. Let's be very, very clear. And perhaps in no situation right now to respond militarily to Israel, especially looking at the might of the Israeli military. But having said that, how has Syria really reacted or viewed this particular incident of the strike?
Akshita, Syria doesn't have that capacity to retaliate to Israeli airstrikes. So therefore, they might have reached to United States, and United States or the Trump administration will reach out to Israel and try and contain the Israeli airstrikes in the region. But clearly, this has to do with the regional and ethnic equations of Syria. There, the Druze community and the Bedouin community in the ethnic clashes which erupted on Friday, and it has risen the death toll to almost 240 or 250 almost. And that was the reason, that was the immediate trigger. And that's why I think the Mohammed al-Shara, because he might have reached to the US administration. And that's why Secretary Marco Rubio has stated that they are not only concerned, but they are talking to both the parties. They're trying to de-escalate the situation. So as far as the Syrian regime or Syrian government is concerned, the only leverage they have is their contact with the United States.
Okay, all right, Pranay, thanks very much for getting us all of those details. Pranay Upadhyay rounding up for us all the updates of the world reactions that are coming in. Just look at the footage on your screen. So when the blast occurred, there were multiple reporters there who were covering and talking about tensions. And then suddenly these explosions rocking the military headquarters, what is considered to be one of the most protected units, protected buildings in Syria or in any country in the world.